Annie. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. So what brings you in today?
My grandma, she passed away about 3 weeks ago, and I'm just having a really hard time kind of dealing with it. She was my, she wasn't my main caretaker, but she was like a really big part of my life, and she was sick for a while, but it seems really surreal that
Mm,
she's gone now, and I don't know how to deal with it.
she's a big part of
Yeah,
your life. What was she like?
she was, she cooked for me a lot,
Mm,
and she was just very nurturing. Like my mom was kind of young when she had me, so my grandma was like more like my mom when I was little.
mm,
And I mean, I always lived with my mom, but my grandma would babysit me, and she'd take me to school and stuff if my mom couldn't, or if I missed the school bus, and she'd watch me after school. And
mm,
like, I mean, even now that I'm 22, I still like I'd go and visit her a lot when I
mm-hmm,
wasn't at work. Like I'd outside of work, I'd go and visit her,
mm-hmm.
and I just
I'm sure she loved
yeah, yeah. She said she did, and I was her only grandkid, so
that. Mm,
I know that we had a pretty close relationship.
mm-hmm. So when you're talking about her, you're talking about her in a really positive sense.
Mhm.
She has a positive impact in your life. And so I'm sensing that from that, not having that part, but positive experiences you have, that deficit, that loss has been obviously something you've been struggling with. Does that
Yeah,
sound right?
yeah. I mean, she was probably the most important person in my life now. I mean, I have a close relationship with my mom, and I don't really know my dad, so
Mm-hmm.
it was just like those two. Mhm.
So how has the last, so you took your mom when she passed away, this passed away 3 weeks
About
ago?
3 weeks ago, yeah.
And how have you been feeling since she passed, since then? How have you
Kind
been
of
coping?
like I don't know how I've been coping. I just feel kind of empty. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like kind of like numb. Like I'm just not feeling things.
Mm-hmm.
Is like just blah. Like nothing really matters.
Okay, so you're having some kind of falling out as far as in, like not really having any
I've been sleeping a lot.
energy.
I uh I've been sleeping a lot. I'm not even tired. It's just like I don't feel like doing anything else, so I'm just sleeping.
Okay. And this all came on after the
Yeah, I mean like she had pneumonia, and like she's had pneumonia before because she had asthma, but it was like no big deal.
passing. Mm-hmm.
And this time it like I got really bad really quickly, and she went to the hospital, and like then we got a call that she passed
So
away.
it was a little, it was unexpected.
Yeah.
And that can be really hard when you don't have time to really prepare or even think about what may or may not happen.
Yeah.
So so grandma was a great person.
Yeah, I had a great relationship with her. She was really wonderful. I don't know. I feel like lost and
Mm-hmm.
kind of like stuck, and I've never had anybody in my life die before. I've had like a cat die,
Okay, so this is
but
your first experience.
yeah, and like I just even talking about it now, I just like I'm not like feeling a whole lot of emotion. I just feel kind of like numb.
Mm. Who who are your current supports right now?
Um,
That you've utilized in the past? Not long in the past, but around the time you passed away.
I mean, my mom, but like I mean, she lost her mom, so like she's having a hard time too. And I mean, my boyfriend is can be supportive, but like he gets caught up with his own stuff and like sports and hanging out with friends and things. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of friends. Um, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother,
Mm,
so she was one of my biggest supports. So it's like really weird to want to talk to somebody who's not here about how you're feeling,
mm.
and like I can't because she's not here.
So if she was here, and let's it's okay if we talk about this about maybe how what would she what does she want for you?
She always wanted me to do well. She always said to go to college, and I mean, I go to school part time so I can work full time. Um, so I mean, I'm doing that. She wants me to do that. Um, she wanted me to have kids. I'm not having kids anytime soon. Sorry, Grandma. um, I don't know. I mean, like, she never really told me things that like she wanted. She was just happy with whatever I did. She was always saying how I was her pride and joy, and I always made her happy. Um, yeah, I don't know. She
So you
never
guys
like.
are really close. He was always support for you. Your presence obviously impacted her,
Mhm.
and it almost sounds like your presence and you visiting her after hours, even while you still have other things going on, you're visiting with grandma. I sense that grandma really loved that, and your presence, you know, who knows how that could have had a really positive impact on grandma's life. I think in terms of her well-being, having you visit and having that support is so important, especially with somebody ages. So, kind of just going back, what would you like to see out of therapy in terms of resolving grief and looking at healing from this?
I want to figure out what my norm is without her. Like, obviously she's never coming back. Um, but like, I don't want to feel this emptiness forever. And like, I try to be proactive because she was a drug counselor when she was still working. She had my mom when she was older, but my mom had me when my mom was younger. So um, she she had just retired from being a drug rehab counselor, and I mean, she she was just always really supportive. I don't I don't know what life is going to be like without her, and I think I want to figure out what that looks like and how to kind of establish that. I don't know if that's something you can even help with. I'm just
And I
kind of
can
at a loss.
imagine, and I can imagine with her being, working in the healthcare profession, she was a really, kind-hearted, great person.
Yeah, and I mean she's the main reason that I would even trust a therapist. Like my mom would never trust a therapist, but
When you say that, what do you mean?
my mom's really private. She doesn't really
Mm-hmm.
like talking about a whole lot of things like that. She just kind of keeps to herself and like kind of like what happens here stays here kind of thing. And my grandma made me realize that there's like trained professionals that can teach you how to do things and how to cope with things and learn new things so you can be like the best person possible. So I know that one thing, like rather than being all upset about her dying, she probably would have wanted me to see somebody and talk about it rather than like I don't know, do drugs or something. Not that I do
So
drugs
it
anyway.
sounds like too, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I'm hearing is that it almost sounds like grandma was getting feedback from grandma and speaking with grandma about any questions or concerns you had in terms of social support was maybe closer than mom.
Yeah, I mean, like,
How was your relationship?
um, I mean, it's good. Like, she always really worked to provide for me, and we were more like friends. She was 15 when she had me, so she was like almost like other friends of mine might have like a big sister, like her age, or like an aunt. So like my grandma was the one that I don't want to say like disciplined me, but she like told my mom like what rules to create when I was little, and like was my caretaker because my mom needed to finish high school, and like and then she needed to work to take care of me. So like my grandma was like I don't know, she was like the matriarch of my family. So like I mean in a way she was like a second mom. She
Yeah.
was more maternal in that
Yeah.
respect, where my mom, I mean, she was so young. She was still growing up when she had me.
Yeah. So with grief is and I don't know if you've heard this before, but it's a process, and there's no there's no magic And when we lose somebody, it's we lose someone, and over time, we've learned different skills and different ways to cope, and not everyone is the same, and no one is the same in the way that they learn to cope with these losses. So I guess I just want to assure you that there is these expectations of maybe having to feel better sooner than you actually are. It can sometimes take a while to get used to a new set of structure, a new set of just a new outlook on life. Um, I think grandma was just from what you're telling me, and I wish I got to meet her. She sounds like a really great, was a great support for you, and you learned so much from her that you've been able to even gain some of those insights and strengths and the courage to come to counseling because not everybody can do that. So that's a really great it's a really great thing to think about. So
Thank you.
um, how have you been doing? You said you're working.
Yeah,
And where do you work?
I'm a waitress at Denny's. Sorry, I have something in my eye.
And so, how's work been for you?
I work nights, and like the people there kind of suck. Not, I mean the staff do too, but the customers overnight kind of suck. But they usually don't like care what I'm doing, and I've been there for like 2 years now, so I know like how to do everything. So it's kind of mindless.
When you go to work,
Mhm.
how do you feel at work versus when you're at home? Do you feel that work is impacting the grief in any sort of way?
I have to
Is it
focus.
helping or making it worse?
I don't know if it's helping or making it worse. I just know that like I don't really have to think about anything at work other than work because it can be so busy that I'm like constantly go, 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 go that it doesn't give me any downtime to like be sad or even feel numb. Like it's like, I don't know, everything is the same at work. Like home feels different because like she can't come over to visit and I'm not going over her house to visit, but like it's not like she came and saw me at work.
You bring up a really great point when you say that. When you say you're able to go to work, you're going to work and you're working, you don't really have time to think about it. It sounds like when you're at work, you have that ability to shift in a sense that you're not necessarily forgetting about grandma, but you're able to still maintain that work climate. And the reason I ask about work is sometimes work can either positively impact people and keeping them busy, or it can sometimes increase stress. So one of the things I wanted to ask was just if work isn't helping you, or if it is, do they offer any type of bereavement services or anything that can help?
Not as a
If
waitress,
you
no.
wanted to. Okay.
No, any time that I miss, I don't get paid for. So I yeah, I missed a few days, and I mean I make enough money there on the weekends that it didn't really make a difference as far as paying my bills. Um, School, it's been really hard kind of concentrating. I thought about maybe like taking the rest of the semester off, but I don't want to get backed up, and I feel like that might disappoint her if I were to take so much time off and like I mean I'm already going part time, so it's taking me like 4 years to get my associates instead of two. Um, and I'm just I, I don't know, I don't want to she's obviously not around, but I still don't want to disappoint her. So I'm like trying to like keep things up the way that they were before.
So when you say disappoint her, do you think grandma would be upset if you needed to take time off?
I don't think she'd be upset. I know that she held such a high standard for herself that sometimes she did for me too, and I don't even know if she meant to. I think that that's just what she did. So like I tried to kind of meet her expectations, even her like unspoken ones. Um,
And some of those expectations, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like some of these expectations are kind of creating a lot of pressure for you to make sure that you're able to complete this part of the program. Also, you have the work, and you you're going to work and then you're also doing part-time. So sometimes that can be a lot of pressure. I mean, how do you feel about those expectations that you're kind of, that you have within yourself and how are they, and how are you doing with those?
Well, my concern, I guess it would be to like, if I didn't keep up with everything that I'm doing now, I feel like it's going to be even harder to get back at it. Like if I just keep going, like it might be a little challenging. It kind of feels like I'm going uphill right now, but it's at least it's easier to go uphill starting from like the middle of it than like at the very bottom of the hill and then work my way back up again. So like I let my professors know that she passed away, and they're like they let me push out the deadline for one of a couple of papers that I have due. So like I'm okay with that. It's just I don't know, it's just really weird not like I don't have my sounding board. I don't my mom is supportive but not in the way that my grandma was. She's not educated like my grandma was. We don't talk about the same things. So it's really different and like how do you build a support system overnight? Like so it's just challenging. And I mean I also went into human services because I liked what she did. So like I don't have a lot of friends that are in that same path. They're doing like business or accounting or other things. They're not like on the same path that I am.
So I'm hearing that it feels like you're alone in this sometimes, that because you don't have, because some, your support systems are in different areas of their life, and that you're kind of just doing this on your own.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you ever lost anybody that was close to you, but it feels like, especially when you lose your biggest supporter, it's like, I don't know, like, I'm some kind of football team and my one cheerleader just died. Like, I don't have anybody else. And it's kind of daunting.
Has there been anything in the past 3 weeks that you, where you've seen a relief in some of the grief? Any activities or any thoughts or that have kind of helped with the loss?
Sleep. I don't know if it helps, but I don't feel that much when I'm sleeping, so that's nice. I really haven't had an appetite, so I've lost a little bit of weight, and I could stand to lose some weight, so I'm okay with that. But as far as like relieving the grief, it's some of it feels like I'm like in a dream. Like I don't even, it doesn't feel real. Like, I mean, 3 weeks isn't a very long time. I'm sure like 3 months from now or 6 months from now, I might feel different. But it still feels kind of like just really surreal, like it's some kind of like dream, and I'm just gonna wake up and things are gonna be back to normal.
And that's going to take time, I think. And what you're feeling is a normal response to when somebody loses someone close to them. Sometimes individuals can feel really anxious or depressed, or there's all these different features and kind of there's kind of this cycle of grief where sometimes there's guilt that plays into the role and you could have done more. Have you been feeling any of that?
Um, Not really guilt. I mean, I feel bad that it happened so sudden, and like I don't know, we made plans to kind of like see each other after she got out of the hospital. And I saw her like the day before she passed away, and we're like, yeah, next week, like when you're done with your antibiotics and you come home, we're gonna like play Scrabble together because she always liked that. So I don't know, I just feel like
So talk a little bit about that because I think when you're saying like you had these plans, right? Kind of leading up to those events, those can kind of play a big role in our memory and how we remember losing someone. So have they been affecting you in terms of the grief, or is that just kind of just a memory that's been?
I didn't really even think about it until I was talking to you. So honestly, like it hasn't been an issue. I'm so wrapped up in work and school, and like my mom took care of all the funeral plans and everything. I didn't have to do anything with that. I just feel kind of like helpless. Like my mom's really upset because she lost her mom, and like I almost feel selfish that like I mean, she's my grandmother. She's not my mom. Like, at least I didn't lose my mom. Um, I don't know. It just feels really weird. I'm also not used to like asking for support. I'm used to like either just having it there or just going without and like figuring out what I need to do for myself. I mean, I moved out when I was 17 just because I wanted to. I didn't want to live with my mother anymore. Graduated high school and I'm out. Yeah, so I mean, I just moved in with some girlfriends and we were fine. So I'm not used to like needing something. I mean, it even feels weird coming and asking for help from you, but I'm like, I'm at a loss. Like, I'm sleeping all the time when I'm not working and when I'm not at school.
Are you currently taking any medications that have been helping you sleep?
No, I mean, I sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll take Benadryl or like melatonin. Um, I I had trouble sleeping since I was a little kid, not for like any diagnosable reason to my knowledge. I just
Do you mind if I ask about spirituality a little bit?
no, go for it.
Religious? Do you have history of like what religion you identify with? Or have you?
I was raised Catholic, but I'm not Catholic. Don't tell my grandmother that. Um, I don't know. I'd consider myself to just like be a spiritual person. Like I don't really believe in like heaven or hell, but I'm also not like nihilistic. Like there's no purpose. Like I don't know. I think there's maybe like a higher power, and I think that there's reincarnation, like karma and things like that. But I don't think I fall into like a category.
So kind of just a spiritual person.
Yeah.
Um, how does that? How have you used that in the past with not necessarily grief, but how have you used that in the past with things? Has that helped you in certain areas?
Um, I guess I really haven't put much thought into it before. I mean, like, I believe in like different like deities and things, and I might ask them for help with stuff. And I believe like in energy and like energy work and spirits and things like that. So, but I mean, I never really put much thought into it in like day to day life or how it might help me with coping. It's just something like that I have. I don't even talk about it because I always feel like anytime that I talk to people, they're usually like a specific religion and they think that I'm crazy.
Or they don't identify with.
Yeah, so they're like, they don't understand what I'm talking about, so I don't even bother.
Yes, and grandma was Catholic.
Mhm.
More spiritual person.
Mhm.
And you kind of have you talked positive about the spirituality, in a sense that it's a positive thing for you,
Mhm.
in terms of like energy and things like that. How do you think that can help you with healing and with losing a loved one?
Well, I mean, I don't think like some people when someone dies, it's like they think that they're gone forever. Like I don't think that she's gone forever. I think that like I mean like John Lennon said something about like getting out of one vehicle and getting into another when somebody dies.
She's not gone forever.
Yeah, like I mean her physical body isn't there and like grandma that I know and that I can talk to and get physical feedback from isn't there. But I feel like her energy is still around. Like sometimes I feel like she's with me or like I'll
How does that make you feel?
safe, less alone. Um, sometimes it makes me miss her more. Uh, confused because like I can kind of feel her, but she's like not there, so that's kind of weird. Um, it gives me a sense of peace because like it doesn't feel just I don't know. It's just
makes you feel less alone.
Yeah, like I mean I know I'm not alone. I have my mom and I have friends and I have my boyfriend and stuff, but like I can kind of feel her, or sometimes like I'll be thinking about her and then like a song that we used to sing together like come on the radio or something, or like I always liked the Backstreet Boys when I was a kid, and sometimes I'll listen to like the soft rock station and that'll come on and it'll make me think of her, and her like dancing with me to it or something. So like it's comforting in a way, but like I don't know, I haven't really put much thought into it. I just
because even when you